Welcome to Good Screenwriting. I'm Trevor Meyer, and today we're going to talk about... hang on one second here. There we go. That's better. Yep, I have a face. Welcome to the Trevor Meyer Show. I'm Trevor Meyer. Yeah, we're rebooting this thing. I know I've been gone for a while. I have felt kind of bad every time I get a new subscriber. I get a little notification in my email saying this person has just subscribed to your YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, that's awesome. They're going to be a little bit disappointed, though, because I'm not making any new videos. So what's it been, like 2 years since I made a video? 1 year, 2 years? So this is a reboot of sorts, you know. Why would I do that? Why did I? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's this is why I have to avoid doing videos, because with a microphone, I just, talk into the microphone and that's it. I don't even have to shower. It's great. With this, I have to, talk about the framing, think about the background. Huh? See all that cool stuff back there? Yeah, look at that. So why did I go away? Why did I stop doing YouTube videos? Because what I was doing before was screenwriting videos. I was teaching screenwriting. And that's fun. I mean, I like teaching screenwriting. But it started to get a little bit limiting, honestly. I mean, I was starting to run out of material. I don't necessarily always want to talk about screenwriting. In fact, I often want to talk about movies. This thing is shaking, my God. Hang on, I'm gonna put it on my knee. There we go. Yeah, I don't have a camera. This is an iPhone here. So one day I may have like a tripod and a lens and a real camera and a real sound system. And it is a little bit of a bummer because I had this real professional Yeti microphone that got me really great sound quality. And that was kind of the evolution of the radio podcast stage of this show. And I can't figure out how to plug it into this phone. As it turns out, it's not a jack. You can't just plug it into the hole at the bottom of the phone. You need approximately 7 cords and 8 adapters and a shaman of some sort. So I'm just using the microphone on the iPhone, which, to their credit, is actually pretty good. So why am I on camera? Huh? Why are you seeing my face now all of a sudden? It's because I've had some time to reflect on my YouTube channel. And I've gone back and I've watched. I can't do air quotes with both hands because the other hand's holding the phone. I went back and I watched my other videos, and they're fun to listen to. Basically a podcast, except it was never a podcast. I couldn't figure out how to turn it into a podcast. So I think about my favorite YouTube channels actually on YouTube. And none of them are like that. None of them are just a guy talking with one still frame of an image. Like sometimes they'll do that whole moving picture montage thing, with a voiceover, or they'll show clips from a trailer or something like that. And I'll probably do something like that later on. But my favorite YouTubers always show their face so I can identify with them as a person. So here I am. You can identify with me now. But the real reason why I left YouTube was because I wanted to write my own books. I primarily consider myself to be a novelist. And you might be saying, you're not a novelist, none of your books are out yet. That's true. I've been working on the same book for 12 years, all right? And I might have mentioned that somewhere in one of my, interview with Alan Dean Foster. I talked about how I take a really long time to write a book, sort of like George R.R. Martin, except his books are actually really long, and this book is like 200 pages. So the 12 years has not been consistent, by the way. And it's not like this is a book that should have taken 12 years. We're not talking Lord of the Rings here. It's short. It's a short book. But I started it when I was a freshman in college, and I didn't really know how to write back then. That's part of the problem. And I was not consistent with it, meaning in the early years, it was very much write a little bit and then take 6 months off, and then write a little bit more and then take 6 months off. And it was only a few years ago that I'm like, I really want to actually take this seriously and be a writer. So I have been doing that, and I've progressively gotten more and more serious, practicing my craft, honing my craft. I've already decided that I want to go the self-publishing route, not because I don't think it's good enough to be published traditionally, but if you go and talk to some independently published authors, they wouldn't even take a publishing deal now if it was offered to them, because these days it's way better to publish yourself if you have any sense of marketing. And I have a little bit. Not a lot, but I have some marketing knowledge. So I'm taking a crack at it, but because there's no gatekeeper, because there's no publisher saying you are good enough, I have to make sure it's good enough before I publish it. So I've been honing it, and I had to give up YouTube basically to focus on that. And I didn't even want to come back until I had had the first book, really the first 3 books written, because it's a series, and the first book published. I wanted to have something to show for it when, I'm teaching writing and people are like, why don't you go write your own stuff? So I was going to, but God, I missed doing YouTube so much. There are so many things that I missed while I was gone. Like, I didn't do an Avengers Endgame review. I didn't do a Captain Marvel review. I don't even think I did an Infinity War review. It's been that long, all right? And that killed me. Like, Infinity War came and went. I didn't say anything. Captain Marvel came and went. I didn't say anything. And Solo? Oh, my God. Like, there are so many videos I didn't do. And I'm like, no, you got to focus on your writing. Focus on your writing. And I couldn't do it anymore. I have to start talking about this stuff. And I have to share my opinions with the world because I'm just that kind of guy. So what can you expect from this channel going forward? I told you, I don't want to talk about screenwriting all the time. I'm still going to talk about it. But just to be clear, I've changed the name to The Trevor Meyer Show. It's not a show about me. That would be stupid. Most of you don't know who I am. It's a show about the stuff that I love. And if you love the same stuff, we're going to have some fun talking about it. All right? So what do I love? I love movies. So I'd say at least 50% of the videos that we put here are going to be about movies. Just movie news, movie reviews, discussions about the movie industry, stuff like that. I'd say maybe 35% of it is going to be about writing. 40%. 40% writing. How to write movies, books, comic books, TV shows, all that stuff, because it's my passion to not only absorb this content, but to create content. And then 10%, every once in a while, I might throw in a curveball and talk about the sort of goal setting, self-help, law of attraction, spirituality, health and fitness, just other stuff that I'm interested in. But I recognize that this should be a focused channel and that you want to know what you're getting here. So it's mostly going to center around movies and writing and just a little bit of the positivity stuff because I'm a happy-go-lucky, positive guy. So I also want to keep all these videos under 10 minutes, so looks like my time is up. If you like the stuff that I've done so far, and you haven't had a chance to watch the reboot for very long, but if you go back and look at the other videos, you like what I've been doing so far, go ahead, subscribe if you haven't done it already, share it, show it to other people. I would like to at least get 100 subscribers. I don't think I have 100 yet. Go back and check my other videos, and if you like those, subscribe.